Hey, mathematicians. So my computer here is running a little slow. There we go. All right, so this is page lesson it's lesson number 2, but it's kind of a middle road for this week. This is some review work for multiplication and division problems, kind of looking at the relationships between the two on page 30. And then we're also going to do page 31 while we're here, using basic facts to solve larger problems. So I'm going to walk through those 2 pages. Um, so this first part, I just want you to fill out the missing numbers, and it wants you to think about how you can solve the problems using what you know with multiplication and division. So remember what we talked about with division. Division gives you the area. In this case, it would be 48. It gives you one of the dimensions. In this case, it's 6. So when it's asking you 6 times blank equals 48, well, we can work backwards and think, what is 48 divided by 6 to fill in the blank? 48 divided by 6 is 8. Same thing with 8 times blank is 16. 16 divided by 8 is 2. Same thing here. 40 divided by 5 is 8. And just because the number's on the bottom, it's still the same thinking with figuring out that other dimension or the length or width. So the area is 54. 54 divided by 6 is 9. 28 divided by 4 is 7. 45 divided by 5 is 9. 30 divided by 6 is 5. 49 divided by 7, 7. 16 divided by 4 is 4. And 56 divided by 8 is 7. Okay, so that's just a way to fill in those blanks. You can use your fact families to kind of work back and forth. Okay, moving on to number 2, write an equation to answer each question below. So remember, an equation has the answer behind it. So we'll write the equation with the answer and then the actual answer labeled on the answer part. How many cartons of 12 eggs make 36 eggs in all? So we have 36 eggs divided by 12 gives us 3 cartons of eggs. B, there are 6 cans of soda in a pack. How many packs make 42 cans? So we have 42 cans. We divide that by 6. That will give us 7, which is 7 packs. Packs of cans. There are 24 cans of soda in a case. How many cases can make 72 cans? So this one's a little bigger. So we have 72 cans. We're going to divide that by 24 to see how many cases that is. And I know that 24 divided by, or 72 divided by 24 is 3. 24 times 3 is 72. So we have 3 cases. D, there are 3 tennis balls in a can. Okay. How many cans make up 27 balls? So we have 27 divided by 3 equals 9. And we have 9 cans. And then the last one, E, is Jim rides his bike at 10 miles per hour. How many hours will it take him to ride 30 miles? So we start with our 30 miles, divide that by the 10 miles an hour. It will take him 3 hours. Okay, so just trying to figure out what these questions are asking. All right. If I move too fast, just pause and go back and work as you need to, okay? All right, page 31 now. I'm going to keep moving. So this side says knowing the basic multiplication and division facts can help you multiply larger numbers too. Start with the basic facts below and then complete the related fact family of large numbers. Then make up your own fact family based on the other related numbers. Okay, so for this one, we are starting with, well, the example shows 4 times 3 is 12. Backwards is 3 times 4 is 12. Using our area, or the number that we know at the end of the product, we put that first. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Same thing here, 12 divided by 3 is 4. So we're just flipping those numbers. And then the related fact family is we're just, instead of the 4, we are multiplying by 40, keeping it there as well. 40 equals 120. So we're using that 120 divided by 40 gives us 3, and 120 divided by 3 gives us 40. And then what they did when they made up their own is they added a 0 onto the 30, or onto the 3. So they said 40 times 30 is 1200. 30 times 40 is 1200. 1200 divided by 40 is 30. 1200 divided by 30 is 40. So they're just flipping it around, just making it a little bigger each time. So you can do that too. So for number 1, we have they give us the hint of 6 times 8 is 48. So the top one, we'll just flip the 6 and the 8 and make it 8 and 6. So 8 times 6 is 48. And on the bottom, we're going to use the product first. And since they did 48 divided by 6 equals 8 here, we're going to do the opposite of that. We're going to do 48 divided by 8, and that equals 6. And then up here, they added the 0 to the 8, or they made 8 and 80. So 80 times 6 is 480. Put a 0 on the end there. So we're going to switch it around and say 6 times 80 equals 480. And then they put the 40 down, or the 480 down, and divided that by 80 to get 6. So we're going to do 480 divided by 6 equals 80. And then something that you can do for your fact family, let's just add a 0 to the 6 like they did. So we'll say 80 times 60. So we have another 0. So we're going to have another 0 to our product, 4,800. We're going to flip the 80 and the 60 around and make it 60 and 80. So 60 times 80 is 4,800. And then we're going to take our product, and that's going to start our last two problems, 4,800, and we're just going to flip the 80 and 60 around, right? So 4,800 divided by 80 equals 60. 4,800 divided by 60 equals 80. Number 2, they're giving us 9 times 4 equals 36, so we're going to do 4 times 9 equals 36. And the answer, the product, always starts us off in the last two. And they said 36 divided by 9 equals 4, so we're going to do 36 divided by 4 equals 9. They changed the 4 into a 40. And they said 40 times 9 equals 360, so we're going to say 9 times 40 equals 360. And then they moved the 360 to the bottom, so we are 2. And then 360 divided by 40 equals 9. So we're going to say 360 divided by 9 equals 40. And then we're going to make up our own. So I'm just going to add another 0 to the 9 and make it 90. And then add a 0 to all of my other products. So 40 times 90 equals 3,600. Just one more extra 0 on top of the 360. And I'm going to switch it around and say 90 times 40 equals 3,600. And then my last two will be starting with my answer, or my product, of 3,600. And I'm going to flip the 90 and the 40 around again. So 3,600 divided by 90 is 40. 3,600 divided by 40 is 90. And then my last one, number 3. They give us the 7 times 3 is 21. So we're going to say 3 times 7 is 21. We're going to use our 21 at the beginning. They did 21 divided by 7 is 3. So we're going to say 21 divided by 3 is 7. They added a 0 to the end of the 3 to make it 30. So now it's 30 times 7 is 210. We're going to say 7 times 30 is 210. And then they did 210 divided by 30 is 7. So we're going to say 210 divided by 7 is 30. Now we're going to make up our own. I'm just going to make 7 a 70. Say 30 times 70 is 2,100. And 70 times 30 is 2,100. Now I'm going to bring my product down and start it off with 2,100 on the last two. And flip the 30 and the 70 around. So 2,100 divided by 70 equals 30. 2,100 divided by 30 equals 70. So that is that for number 3. And that is lesson number 2 this week. So if you have questions, let me know. I hope that was helpful. I will put this up on our Schoology page as well. Get one last little blank there. Remember to pause and rewind as much as you need to for this. There we go. All right. Hope that was helpful. Talk to you later.